Right. Well, thank you all for coming this evening. I did not want to keep you very long, but as we prayed a few minutes ago, I really wanted you to kind of be thinking about and immerse yourself in that evening in John 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. There's 5 chapters that are really dedicated to that one night where Jesus spent with his disciples. And the conversations must have been interesting to be a bug on the wall, to have heard everything that everybody was talking about. And especially how Jesus kept trying to bring them to the point to help them understand what was going to happen in less than 12 hours. To help them understand the beatings and the humiliation, and eventually to say, one of you is going to betray me. And for that to fall upon Judas when they left and went to the Garden of Gethsemane and spent the rest of the night, Jesus and the executive committee of Peter, James, and John. But it all started on that Thursday night, really that morning, when Jesus told Peter and John, now go into town and you're going to find a man. And here's what he's going to look like, here's what he's going to be doing, and tell him the master has need of your guest space. And all of that happened just as Jesus said, and they met on that Thursday night, what we call Maundy Thursday. It's sometimes called Holy Thursday, it's sometimes called Covenant Thursday, Great and Holy Thursday, Sheer Thursday, the Thursday of Mysteries. And then it's sometimes called the Thursday before Easter. But it is, in our vernacular, Maundy Thursday. Now, don't think mamas and papas, Maundy, okay? That's Monday. This is Thursday. But the word comes from the Latin word mandatum, which means mandate or command. And that's really what I wanted to lock in on today. 2 verses of Scripture. John 13:34. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that you also love one another. A new command. A mandate. Maundy, mandatum. That's how all of that is wrapped up together like this. And then he said in verse 35, by this all men will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. I was getting a couple of tires put on my truck this morning, and the television was on NBC, and there was a story there about a Muslim woman who had opened her home to a couple of families in their neighborhood, and the fellow who was doing the reporting said, so many times religion divides us. I couldn't really get past that one statement. I didn't see much of anything else. I saw her and her hijab and all, the whole thing. But I couldn't get past that idea. Religion often divides us. And in many respects, I would agree with that. But that's not what Jesus said in verse 34. Jesus said, people will know that you belong to me if you love one another. If you go the extra mile. If you love on those who are hurting. If you hug those who are lonely. If you embrace one another in difficult times. And I can't tell you how much it means when we walk in the door, probably not a statement or two in, and John says, how's Tyler doing? And a statement or two in, and Danny said, how'd you find Tyler this week? This is a dark chapter for us that looks like it's beginning to come to an end. We hope that it is. But still in all, it's so important to know that we love one another. I made the comment to John that, for nearly...
We're going to move you just a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got
Make
it.
it
Because we
nervous.
love you.
All right. Just do like this if I get you to
You
make a
just
move.
got awful close.
Yeah. You know, for nearly 40 years, I've been on this side of the bed telling other people it's going to be okay. And this has been the very first time that, my dad passed away in 97. It's not like this. This was on the installment plan for about 5 weeks. And the phone calls and the text messages and the emails and the phone calls and the visits where everybody wants to know, how's Tyler doing? It's been a remarkable experience for me personally to be on the other side of the bed and having somebody say to me, it's going to be all right. This has been a remarkable experience. And also it has added an arrow to my quiver, if you understand what I mean. That I think I can sit down with certain people at certain times and say, I know how you feel. Because when you really take that step across in a relationship and you make that connection, there is a relationship, there is a love that cannot be broken. Now, the guy on TV said, religion often divides us, but relationships don't do that. Jesus said, if you love one another, if you have that kind of a relationship, that's how people are going to know that you belong to me, that you love one another. So I wanted to take the opportunity to say to you, thank you for loving us. And as well as we leave this place, because the next 3 days, today, communion, Maundy, Thursday, tomorrow, Good Friday, the crucifixion. On Saturday, there's not a biblical word about what happened on that day. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are all silent about Saturday. And then the coming glory of Sunday morning. And that's what we're going to talk about when we gather on Sunday as well.